What inspired you to take up engineering as a profession?
Engineering actually was in my family. My father was a civil engineer, so the choice was default. Meaning we had just seen the construction industry. I had seen the construction industry since my childhood. So that came as a natural option to me, and I loved what I saw from the beginning.
How was your learning curve from a student to a pro today?
Student to a pro, meaning yes, there were in education aspect actually the steel part is not so much covered. However, after my engineering, I was exposed to, meaning I went to Singapore for my masters, and there I got a lot of exposure of steel structures and a different quality of construction over there. So I worked in the Singapore industry as well as I did my masters there. So that's where I got a feel of the steel industry there, and that's what inspired me to get into the steel more into steel in structural engineering.
What various challenges do you face as a structural consultant?
Various challenges as such in terms of complexity, we can handle anything and everything that has been given to us. The only challenging part is the Indian industry has a habit of revising the projects time and again, and the revisions are major revisions each and every time. So with the revisions, it becomes difficult. So this, as a structural consultant, the more complex projects, the more driven we are. But the revisions are actually something that creates a lot of issues down the line. So I think we should have a mentality of finalizing all the architectural drawings, finalizing the MEP drawings, and then going to the structure, which I think we should eventually get there.
How do you see the adoption of rolled sections in the Indian construction community?
I hope this part is actually taken up seriously with the steel manufacturers, because when at the engineering stage or at the tender stage we use certain sections, and when we reach the construction stage, most of the sections are not available, or they are not, meaning we have to choose some other sections, and it becomes a compromise on the use of the sections, and a lot of times it really leads to the project cost impact. I design with a lower available section at that point in time, and 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, if that section is not available, I have to go with whatever is available at that time, and it makes a big difference in the project cost. So that's why personally at this point in time I do not prefer to use rolled I sections or those sections only for this reason. But it is an advantage if it is made available. It can speed up the process, because fabricating the plated I sections takes time. Prefabricated rolled sections save a lot of time if this issue is addressed.
So, how has been your relationship with steel?
Fabulous. I've been around steel, and most of 90% of the projects in our company are steel. We are doing steel projects only. We mostly do industrial buildings and multi-story steel buildings. Uh, we have special expertise in all kinds of steel structures. We have done some international projects and national projects as well. So steel is something that we prefer on any day.
So, which is your best work in steel so far, and what is so special about it?
So the best work in steel is something that I'm doing right now. It is a very, very complex and a very heavy building to the tune of 30,000 tons of a single building. So that is the current ongoing projects. So it is a very complex project with the floor load to the tune of 3 tons per square meter, and it has some plastic design and ductile detailing that is done in the building. In the completed projects, the projects that we just featured in our presentation, the Goa shipyard, that was one of the most complex projects at that point in time, with a height of the building up to almost 50 meters.
How do you update and upgrade yourself with the changing
So it is very important to always be with the times. We always have the latest softwares. We always have some brainstorming sessions with the industry experts. We always have some educational sessions wherein we see and study what is being done internationally and how we can get it in our country. Right now, I think we can learn a lot of things from the Southeast Asian countries, including China and Thailand and even Malaysia, the way they have used steel, even Singapore. So that's where the learning experience will always be there. We have to get inspired by whatever is happening in the industry outside of our country, and we should try to implement it here in our country as well. I think what we are lacking right now is automation. I think the world is driven by automation right now, and we are really very falling short of that aspect in our industry. So I think all of us should take some time and see how and when we can really come on board and use some automation in every aspect, especially the construction erection part.
So what is your take on today's event?
Take on?
Today's event.
I mentioned to Avneet also, I think you're doing a fabulous job in getting all the like-minded people, all the stalwarts of the industry on one platform. It'll help because, as we say, we are talking a 5 trillion economy and we will be at the core of it. The infrastructure development will be the core contributing segment to it. And that's where our role comes in, the structural engineers, the architects, the manufacturers, the fabricators, and we all have to come together on a platform, share some ideas, exchange some few things which can be improved. I think a platform like yours is doing a fabulous thing in exactly doing that, and I think we can help each other. We can form a synergy and contribute in our way in developing our country.
This will start the quick fire session. Your college name and the place.
I did my diploma from Kusrowadia, bachelor's from Maharashtra Institute of Technology, and my master's from Nanyang Technological University, Singapore.
So your total years of experience?
20 years.
20 years. Your mantra for success?
Hard work and passion, always. Meaning, as they say, hard work will always triumph over talent. And when talent and hard work comes in together, it is a sure shot mantra. Meaning hard work is something that is really very required.
So what do you want to be remembered as?
Just a hard-working, honest structural engineer, probably, just in simple terms.
So steel projects that you are currently working on?
Steel projects, as I said, we are working on a very prestigious photovoltaic manufacturing unit for a client, which is in total close to about 1 lakh tons of steel, and it is built at a very breakneck speed. So the entire 30,000, 40,000 tons of construction is happening in a period of 7 months to 8 months. So that is a very prestigious project that we are doing right now.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.